The notification lit the screen as she painted her lips. Not from her, an unknown number. She was almost ready, black dress. He was waiting downstairs. I didn't glance up. I didn't ask. Instead, I watched her reflection, the steady hand tracing her mouth, the perfect, unhurried line, no tremor, no doubt, only precision, as if this scene had been practiced. Her eyes met mine in the glass. "Dinner for work," she said. I nodded. Every flawless performance deserves a silent witness. The phone buzzed again. "You should know who she is." I turned off the screen. My heart didn't quicken. It grew heavy and slow. That's how I understood. Something in me had already gone quiet. She stepped into the black dress like a choice made long ago, brushed past, kissed the air beside my cheek. The door closed softly behind her. The room seemed to sigh. I stood there a long while, listening to the quiet settle into new shapes. Then I reached for the candles. It wasn't the first sign, only the one that finally broke the surface. There'd been others, small, easy to explain, late nights that didn't match the calendar, a new perfume she never wore at home, her phone placed face down, a habit she didn't used to have. I told myself stories. We always do. Love makes a skilled excuse maker. But that message, that timing, it peeled back just enough to let the truth breathe. I didn't confront her. That would have been emotional, untidy. I simply watched, noticed how his name hovered in her silences, how her mood shifted with her boss's schedule, how she dressed carefully only on nights she claimed she'd be home late. I noticed the secretary too, quiet, observant, seeing everything. People in those roles often know more than they say. I began connecting dots with a calm that felt foreign, as if another self had stepped forward, one who didn't need answers right away, one who understood the value of patience. I made myself invisible. That's the privilege of being trusted. I learned her rhythms. Her lies had patterns. Phone records showed nothing direct. He was careful. Married men are. So I listened instead. Office whispers travel faster than facts. And the secretary, she saw me seeing. A held glance, a careful pause. I asked her for coffee once. Neutral, casual. She said no. The second time she came. She didn't confess, didn't have to. Her silence spoke more than words. The way she avoided names, the way she asked if I was all right. That's when I knew. I felt no rage, only clarity. At home, I began preparing, not evidence, but atmosphere. Candles, wine, soft light, the illusion of closeness. Revenge doesn't require noise, it requires placement. She came home late that night, later than ever. I asked nothing. I handed her the phone. The messages were open. Not graphic, just undeniable. Her face changed in stages, confusion, calculation, fear. "Who sent this?" she demanded. I smiled, small, contained. "You tell me." She tried tears. They didn't fit. Then anger, blame, deflection. I waited. When she finally went still, I spoke. "I know how long. I know who. And I know you thought I wouldn't notice." She sank into the chair. I remained standing. That was the difference now. She left again the following evening, black dress, the same one, confidence rebuilt on the belief I was broken. I lit the candles. When the secretary arrived, she understood at once. No panic, no drama, just a nod, a quiet acknowledgement between two who had seen behind the curtain. We didn't touch, we didn't need to. Her presence was the message. Somewhere across the city, my wife closed a door behind her. I poured the wine, let time pass, let understanding settle. By morning, the truth had traveled faster than any argument ever could. Careers unravel in quiet. Reputations fade in whispers. She returned to a world rearranged. She tried to speak. I listened without hearing. There was nothing left to say. The balance had already shifted, not through shouts or threats, but exposure. I packed a bag, left the key on the counter. The candles had burned to wax stubs. used up like the illusion they once held. At the door, I paused, not for her, for myself. I realized I was no longer angry. I was free. And freedom, I learned, isn't loud. It's final.